Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. Today, we're outside in nature. Had to get up out of that corner, guys. Recording in the room every day, all day, you can get irritated. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're talking about in this video is XDC's takeover of Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this news actually came out a little while back on August 8th, but I wanted to wait a little bit to make sure that everything was confirmed. And guys, even though I am not in the office, I still got all my notes with me. And what we have here is a situation where the co-founder of XDC, Zenfin Network, Atul Kakad, was participating in the founding of the Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy. Okay, this is going to form the Dubai Digital Assets Group. And what their purpose is to simply bring about the reality that we are all waiting for. Is the incorporation of public and private partnerships to advance the digital economy. Now, what makes this so interesting is that it also includes promotion through cross collaboration. So like I just mentioned, the public and private partnerships, but we're also talking about government and civilian applications as well. That's interesting because one thing that Dubai just did was allocate $4 billion to the metaverse for municipal purposes. And why is that so exciting for XDC Network? Well, if you don't know, XDC is getting ready to launch their own metaverse, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Metaverse, okay? And within this metaverse, it's not just a game where you can download an NFT and use that NFT as a playable character. No, we're on a whole different level here. We are talking about move to earn, work to earn, learn to earn. As a matter of fact, it's going to start there with the learn to earn concept, guys. And I'll bring up a screen grab of what the Metaverse website looks like right now. Everything is still in development, still in beta, but the XDC Metaverse is on its way, guys. So that will definitely coincide with the $4 billion plus that Dubai is looking to allocate towards the metaverse. But we also have XDPOS 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, they got out on Twitter, on Zenfin Network's Twitter, and they were talking about how they have just completed the testing for the testnet version of XDPOS. And within a week or so, I believe today is the 16th. If not today, it'll definitely be the 17th. But it was a week-long period that they were conducting the testing. And once that testing is over, ladies and gentlemen, then XDPOS 2.0 will be live on the Zenfin blockchain. Okay, so what we have here is XDC getting ready to tackle one of the biggest retail epicenters in the world in the form of the United Arab Emirates. And they're also positioning themselves to be one of the first metaverses chosen to conduct municipal activities in Dubai. On top of that, they also have the POS system that is getting ready to flourish throughout all of the e-commerce platforms, the Lulu hypermarkets, your super malls, everything dealing with the transaction. It's going to take place on the XDPOS network. And what's so interesting about that, guys, is that Dubai, I'm telling you, is the mecca for retail. Okay, it's going to be the mecca for retail. So these developments coming at a time when they're coming is going to be very significant for XDC, guys. And you got to forgive the shaking. I don't have my my usual mount with me, but nevertheless, when it comes to XDC, guys, these are three developments that are very good to see. A lot of people do sleep on the XDC token, guys, and that's just because there is a flow of information, even in crypto, and it's controlled and it's regulated. And I am still in the process of gathering that data when it comes to how numbers are manipulated across exchanges, but all the evidence is just pointing to just one thing, guys. The stream of information centered around the projects that actually bring some good utility to the market, to the space, they don't talk about that. Okay, they do their best not to highlight the projects that have active applications being used in the real world. right? Why that is, hey, that can be left up to your own reasoning. But what's good if we're holding XDC is to see these things even in a bear market, ladies and gentlemen, because what's being established is what's going to carry XDC through the next bull run. So that's why it's important. Now, in addition to that, guys, we also have some new federal guidelines coming out of the United States. This one is big. So what we have here are Federal Reserve master accounts. Okay, so when you get heavy into finance, you'll learn that the FDIC has access to the Federal Reserve's master accounts, seeing to the fact that they are insured by the Federal Reserve. That's what the whole FDIC means. But now this new bill, this new legislation is looking to incorporate crypto banks into this three-tier system, because there's three tiers to the situation. There's the top level, which is the FDIC. They're the closest ones to the Federal Reserve that would have access to a master account. But there's your second tier, which are your commercial banks and your credit unions. They have to go through the FDIC in order to get their insurance and then have the potential of accessing one of the Federal Reserve's master accounts. But there's a third tier to this entire situation that would include your everyday meta banks, the local bank up the street from you, any fintechs, basically the crypto banks. That's where we would fall at, is tier 3. And the issue with that is, for a crypto bank, let's just say FTX, for example, or better one, SoFi. Okay, SoFi, in order for them to get that level that they got to where they can afford the stadium, they had to go through these tiers. And prior to this legislation being proposed, that process was insanely difficult. Now, we do have the Vice Chair, Lael Bayard. She quoted that this regulatory framework would be the first step to a more transparent process for all three tiers. So simply, what they're trying to do is establish a unilateral set of guidelines that would layer across all levels of the finance industry, and in a way make it easier for the tier 2 and the tier 3 accounts to have access to the Federal Reserve master accounts. All right, now I believe this is another form of legislation that's going to take place around the midterms. So I'm thinking September, November, around that time. But by the time we get to December, guys, we are going to have regulatory something. Okay, we're going to have it because all of the groundwork is being laid right now. Okay, so what will make this so huge for crypto is that if crypto banks, for example, crypto.com, if they had the, or Ripple, XRP, right? If they had the ability to access or make use of Federal Reserve master accounts, that's tapping into a level of liquidity that none of us will probably ever see in our lifetime. However, that's exactly what we need. It would essentially be the smashing, the coming together of crypto liquidity on blockchain and the already pre-existing fiat liquidity that the Federal Reserve is in charge of managing. Now, with this new legislation, we'll start to see crypto banks have to go through the same registration process to get access to those masters accounts. Now, what is that's significant of a number of things. Of course, the digital transformation that we're going through, but it also signifies, especially if you know the fact that in November the entire world is transitioning over to a brand new financial system, then this story is massive, because all of your payment coins, including XDC, XRP, Algorand, Stellar Lumens, they're going to have to, at some point, go through this process in order to be registered or conduct business with financial institutions in the United States. So, big news, guys. Big news across the board. Like I said, I had to come outside today just to get some air, man. It gets hectic in the dungeon sometimes. But that's a part of life. You don't let those things stop you. You just keep on hustling and you keep going, guys. And that's what we're going to do. I'm probably going to do another video later today, so be on the lookout for that. I'm always going to be pumping out content, guys, because see, it's not just crypto. It's not just crypto to me. It's creating something that other people find value in. That's where my passion is creating things that bring value to other people. I just so happen to be very good at this. So with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna see you in a minute. You know what I want you to do. There'll be another video popping up right here-ish, and check that out. It'll probably be my most recent XDC news, the connection between BlackRock, XDC, and XRP and Coinbase. You're definitely not gonna want to miss that. While you're watching, you know what I want you to do. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. Most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see you in the next video.